Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Think Clinical podcast. My name is Dr. Hamza Asuma. It's always a privilege to be here and to share some thoughts with you once again. As you remember from our previous episode, I spoke about the differences between a business model and a business plan. And this is just an opportunity for us to dive deeper into those two concepts, because as you start your business, this is where you need to start your thought process from and understand how you are going to capture value with your business model. And in the next episode, we will talk about how you are going to execute everything you said in your business model. So welcome once again, and if you haven't subscribed, please remember to do so. Subscribe, like and share, and so that we can get the content out there for those who would benefit a lot from what we share on this platform. So thank you so much once again, and welcome. So today we'll be talking about a business model, and a lot of what I will be detailing would be on the business model canvas, which helps you to be able to really have a snapshot of the value you are creating and how you're going to deliver that value. And it will give you, actually put a lot of things into perspective for you. So this is where your vision actually becomes a reality. This is the document that actually translates that vision you have for whatever company or whatever idea you are trying to grow. It transforms that vision into a reality, and that is the point where you're able to objectively assess if your idea is going to pass the test of time, or is going to be able to create and deliver and capture value that you want it to do. So as I said in the previous episode, if your business model is not meeting these three things, and if the end product is that you're not communicating clearly the value you are bringing to the market, then you have no business there. So the first thing on the business model canvas, and that's the heartbeat of any business, is your value proposition. So in this section, what you are trying to explain to your customers, or you're trying to clearly define, is what unique offering are you bringing into the market. And the other piece of this is that why would a customer choose you over a competition? Because again, I said in previous episodes that the healthcare space is very competitive. And if you don't position yourself well in terms of the brand you want to create, then it becomes very difficult for you to communicate your value very well. So the first and the most important component of this, and that is where you start from when you are completing your business model canvas, is to look at your value proposition. What are you bringing to the market, and how does your solution differ from the competition in the market? And that has to be very clear. The second piece of this is now looking at the people you are going to serve. So if you are bringing value to the market, you need to be very clear on the people you are going to serve, and that brings us to the segment of your customers. So your customer segment is the next thing you need to define very clearly. Obviously, you are trying to keep people healthy if it's a healthcare database or a healthcare innovation, in whatever capacity you decide to present it. But defining your customer segment clearly is very important for the health of your business, and is very important for clarity as far as your strategy is concerned. So the whole idea of this is that you are trying to find out who you are inviting to this feast. So you are having a feast. Your business is a feast. But you need to determine, you can't just invite the whole country and the whole village into your home for this. So you need to be very clear on the type of people and the category of people that you want to invite to this feast. And that's where you define your customer segment. Are you looking at an older population? In terms of gender, are you looking at a male population or a female population? In terms of age, are you looking at young kids? Are you looking at young adults? Are you looking at middle-aged men? Are you looking at older people? Where are you going to focus your attention? This does not mean you probably will not serve any other group, but it helps you to differentiate yourself in terms of the value you are bringing into the market. So the second thing you need to define is your customer segment. The third stage and the third thing you need to look at is how you're going to connect the dots. And which dots are you connecting? You are connecting the dot between your business and then the customer. So what that means is that you are going to define what we call the channels. How would you deliver your value to the customer? That's the question you want to answer. So you start from your value proposition, be very clear on the unique solution you are bringing into the market. Then you have to move on to your customer segments. Who are you delivering this value to, right? And then the third thing is that you need to find out how you're going to deliver this value. How do you connect the customer to your business? Is it going to be on social media? Is it going to be through traditional media? Is it going to be through print media? How are you going to make cold calls? How are you going to connect your business to the customer? So you need to define your channels. And that's the third thing you need to look at on the business model canvas and define clearly. You would also need to look at the relationships and the customer relationships. That's the next thing. So once you're able to deliver how you would you'll be able to define how you deliver your value to the customer. You need to also be very clear on customer relationships. Are you just coming into the market with customized services or just automated services? Are you going to look at the customer and carve out services that suit their circumstances, or you are coming up with just a one size fits all? And it depends on the business. Depending on whatever business you decide to do, either of them could work properly for you. So you need to be very, very clear on those ones too. The other piece you need to look at is that your canvas needs some color. Your business model needs some color, and the color only comes in when you start making money. So you need to be very clear on your revenue streams. Which revenue streams are you going to be exploring? Are you clear on where your money is going to be coming from? Are you clear on your cash flow? Because cash flow is crucial, and we've spoken about this in previous episodes. So you need to be clear on those. So again, when you start, please start from your value proposition. If you do not have a solution that is unique and different from what everybody else has in the market, you don't even need to complete the whole business canvas or business model, because then you don't even have any value you are delivering to anyone. And then once you're able to clearly define your solution and you find that it's unique, you need to identify who you are delivering this solution to, which is your customer segments. And then these are your channels. And then move further to look at the customer relationships you are trying to build. And then move on to the section where you look at your revenue streams. How are you going to make money from your business model? The next and most important thing that you need to look at is your key resources. So what does this even mean? When you talk about key resources, you are looking at how, or some of the assets or the things you need to be able to deliver the value you define in the beginning. So this could come in the form of the team you create. They could come in the form of the technology you use, and everything else that is going to help you really deliver that value. So you have to look at your key resources. What do you have in place to help you deliver that value? So you will realize that throughout this conversation, all I keep saying is value. And that's the heartbeat of the business. If your business is not offering any value, which is what you define your value proposition at the beginning of your business model, you have no business proceeding even to this segment. But then as you move forward, you need to look at your key resources, whether or not you are well positioned or strategically positioned to be able to offer this value. And if you look at your key resources, you also need to look at your key activities, and that is just all the actions you are going to take to be able to deliver this value. They are very much related. And one of the most important things people usually ignore when they are setting up businesses is key partnerships, which is the next section you have to fill out. Now, if you are able to build strategic partnerships, then you stand a better chance of moving far. And this reminds me of the African proverb which says, if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go with others. So strategic partnerships are very important, and that's the next section, the next thing you need to really define. Who are the people you can strategically partner so that you'll be able to deliver the value you want to bring to the market? Now, looking at strategic partners, it's important to pay attention to people who complement and would help amplify whatever you're bringing to the market. So it's not enough to just go fishing for random partners. You need to look at those who are going to complement what you already have in place and help you come out. Maybe they already have the traction, but they do not have the intellectual knowledge of what you're doing. So then you are giving them a product that will make their services even way better as probably an already established company, and they are also giving you the ability to gain traction by helping you tap into the population or the audience they already have. So there should be a give and take. You can't form a partnership if you have no value or no product or nothing of interest to offer. So you need to be very clear on that. So the last thing that you would have to look at in your business model is your cost structure. So you need to look at how you're going to be spending money, and this is where most businesses struggle, because a lot of businesses just come in and with no plan of how to manage expenses and manage costs. They keep putting the money where they think it should be used, but without a very well organized cost structure, you are going to probably collapse your business before you get it up and going. So just to put all this into perspective, your business needs a heartbeat, and that is where you start from when you're building your business model. You need to look at, first of all, your value proposition. That's the first item you need to define clearly. If you cannot go past that stage, you don't need to go through all these stages I've spoken about. The second stage is that once you are clear on the solution you're bringing and how that makes you different from competition, then you have the advantage of identifying the customer segment you're going to deliver this value to. Once you have that established, you need to determine how you're going to get that value from your business to the customer, which is your channels. Once you establish your channels, you need to look at how you build customer relationships, and then you have to now look at how you're going to make money off these customers, which is your revenue streams. Once you're able to look at that, now you look at key activities, you look at key resources that you have, and then you look at key partnerships, and then you have to finalize everything with a cost structure. This is what goes into a business model. And once you have all these clearly defined, it helps you answer two questions again. What you are doing, which you define clearly by the value, your value proposition, and why you are doing it. So once you're able to get this established, then the next stage is now look at how you are going to deliver this value, and that would be translated and detailed in the next episode, which is going to talk about business plans. So it makes your journey very complete. Then you're able to now see the what you're doing, the why you're doing it, and then you're able to finish up with the how you're doing it through your business plan. So in the next episode, we'll be talking about business plans. I'll detail that. I'll walk you through what you need to know please stay tuned, and let me know if you have any questions. If you have any challenges, you need to reach out to me privately. Please leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll be glad to reach out to you. Thank you so much, and have a good one. Again, if you haven't done that already, please remember to subscribe, like, and share.